Before we get into today's video, don't forget to leave a like down below. It's completely free, and in doing so, you'll be able to help me cop some of this sweet merch, because god damn, I need me some of that. Anyway, let's get straight in. So, first of all, I do want to say, please do not send hate, do not witch hunt, do not go in on this man. That is not what I condone. I honestly just want a nice, wholesome community where we can just murder NPCs for fun. Now, that being said, this is a topic that is quite controversial in the Blade and Sorcery community. I know this man has a lot of fans, and I'm here to show you why a lot of them really need to maybe reconsider what's going on. And I don't want people falling into this trap that he has laid. It's not fair. It is completely wrong, and he's been doing things for a while under the radar that really need to be spoken about, as it's just not how a modder should operate, really. I think it's not fair to the community to do this. He undervalues people, and it's just not right. And he exploits completely his fan base, which is just wrong, in my opinion. They made him, and he's exploiting them. So, this modder is Paywalled. Now, if you don't know who Paywalled is, quick rundown. He is the most downloaded modder in Blade and Sorcery history. You might know him from mods like Dismemberment and Trials of the Shinobi and mods like that. Now, he makes some very simple mods, a few complex mods, mostly very simple. There isn't really anything that is too complex in his lineup of mods, really, I would say. But nonetheless, a lot of his mods are widely used, so I understand a lot of people will be surprised to hear some of this. So, why is this man controversial? Well, speaking of his main mod, Trials of the Shinobi, you may have seen that that isn't on Nexus anymore if you follow Naruto mods like that and you like that kind of stuff. Well, that's because that mod is now completely paywalled. Now, I understand modders should be paid for their work, absolutely. It's a hard job to be at some of these mods out, and they come out really great, high quality now. And Trials of the Shinobi is a decent mod, it's not a bad mod. Now, my problem with this is that modders do get paid on Nexus. If people aren't aware, basically the way modding works is for every 1,000 downloads you get about maybe 5,000 download points, and download points can be converted directly into PayPal dollars, about $1 for 1,000 points, which is, I mean, fantastic given conversion rates and things like that. So you do actually get some money, and this man thinks it's a correct thing to push forward and try and make a modding career. Now, that is just not an option. If you're a modder, go into game development. That is a fantastic way to pursue your career in that direction. But modding is just not it, and in doing so and pursuing this, he's turned to exploiting fans that I do not approve of, and a lot of the modders in the modding community do not approve of it. So, let's get into the main issue. So, as you can see here, these are his subscription tiers for his Patreon. And the first few seem fairly reasonable, you know, even the higher ones seem reasonable. But as you get down here, that's where things get a little crazy. There is a subscription tier for $900. Now, as far as I can tell, one of the best things you can get from the $900 is a personal thank you. Now, personally, I don't value a personal thank you at $900, but if you do, fair enough. I mean, do what you want to do, but I think it's just blatantly ridiculous, first of all. Now, he also offers one-on-one coaching for modding and that kind of stuff, and mod commissions, which, fair enough, cool. But I haven't heard good feedback from some of this stuff. People have told me it's he's never on time for it, it's late, it's never running well, all that kind of stuff. And I just think if you're gonna ask that kind of money, you've really gotta push and do your job. It's a full-time job at that point. You've gotta work for it. But anyway, that isn't the main issue. That isn't the main issue with the mod. The main issue is this paywalled mod, Trials of the Shinobi, which never used to be paywalled, bear in mind. Now, yes, you subscribe, you download, and it works. Great, you have the mod. Now, what happens when you can no longer afford to support the mod? Well, you've put in 3 months and you've paid about $30 for that mod. That's a fair price, I think. Now, the issue lies that his mod actually, if you stop subscribing to the Patreon, will not only break your mod and stop it working, but it actually breaks your game. Now, not everyone has had this happen, but most people, I've got messages on screen right here, you can see it's actually stopped their game from functioning. Now, I'm not 100% sure, I could be wrong, but I think that might be pretty illegal to stop someone's personal property that they have paid for to stop working. I can understand stopping the mod working, which I still think is wrong, because it's exploiting your fan base to keep them paying for a mod. If you want that mod for a year, it's going to be $115 or something. That's ridiculous. But even bearing that in mind, breaking someone's personal property like the actual base game they paid for is insane. Now, a few modders have worked on cracking this and stopping this from happening. There are systems that can break his firewall, I guess you could call it, but if I manage to find those, I'll put those in the description for you guys. If you have suffered from this, I do not want people going through that. It is wrong and I do not support it, and I really do not encourage you to purchase this mod. If you want a Naruto mod, wait for a modder to make one. There are modders making Naruto mods. He has asked modders, as you can see here, not to make Naruto mods because he's already made them and trying to be nice about it, but he's not. He's arrogant with it. And I think it's wrong. I think it's unfair to other modders. As a modder, you should be able to create whatever you like. It's a creative canvas for you to do what you want with the game, and you should be able to do whatever you like. I think that is a fair point. And I don't think you should be able to tell people, you shouldn't make this because I've already made it. He wants to own the market on that so he can keep people sub to his Patreon, so he can exploit his viewers. He has over almost 400 patrons. He is making a full-time living off of exploiting his fan base, who think it's a good practice until they unsubscribe and realize they can no longer use that mod. It is insane. And that's only the tip of the iceberg, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get onto the alt accounts. So, this is something people might not be aware of, but there was a modder that popped up around mid last year called Star Stripper. Now, Star Stripper made mods very similar to Pipop, and no one really thought much about it. You know, a lot of people have made those mods. They're easy download points, da-da-da-da-da. But what people started to notice is that the Star Stripper account only endorsed Pipop mods and frequently defended him in every single situation he got himself into. And that I mean, you could pass that off as being a fanboy, but we actually found out that is his alt account. So he was defending himself and propping himself up and boosting his own downloads through a separate account. And it's just scummy practice. None of the modders do that in this community. We're all at we're a tight community. It's like a family, these modders. We don't do this stuff. We work for the players, not against the players, and it's not fair to boost yourself up just so you can be the top dog. It's not right, it's wrong, and also I'm pretty sure having an alt account like that is against the rules. So, yeah, it's not good. He was advertising Paywalled mods all over Nexus. He's now removed those so he doesn't get banned. But as of right now, he has been removed from the modder role on the Discord, the official Blade and Sorcery Discord, and he no longer has any of his roles. He was stripped, as the devs do not support what he was doing. Now, there's been some other things like undervaluing modders. He offered me $50 for a whole set of 200 models made from scratch, which is insane. And he even asked this modder here to record an entire Bone Lab playthrough for him for $30. Make your own content, dude, and don't undervalue people like that. $30 is ridiculous for 8 hours of gameplay. Come on now. So the last little thing I wanted to go through that a lot of modders I don't think will actually mind me going through, which is not public information, is that a lot of the stuff in his mods, like scripts and models and stuff, have been made for him without credit. Now, he has credited some people, fair enough, but a lot of the stuff has not been credited. Specifically, scripts for his earlier mods, like item activation and the return mod. Yeah, they were made for him by two other people, Lenica and Darko, two other modders who are frequently around in the community, and one of them is actually a developer on the game, and completely uncredited and claims them for himself, which I think is, again, not fair, especially when he doesn't approve of appropriate credits, apparently, and legal action may be taken if he isn't credited in certain things. I think that is insane. But yeah, that's one last point I wanted to make. Now, one little small thing I'd like to just talk about quickly is that I just noticed, or we recently noticed in the community, that this man uses a voice changer on his videos. His voice is not that deep. You can blatantly hear there's a voice changer on it. So go hire the pitch on one of his videos if you can, put it on 2x speed. It'll sound pretty normal, I promise you. But anyway, guys, that's about it. Again, I just want to say, please do not go and witch hunt this man. Please do not go and spread hate. I do not condone. I'm doing this video purely to spread awareness of a serious issue in the modding community that I really don't want more people plagued by. And honestly, that's about it. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell and all that good stuff. And I will see you guys in the next video. In a bit.